These trees are beautiful, man. I tell you, this is the best place to put these. Out of the wind.
So Joe called from Kauai. Joe was just diagnosed with bladder cancer.
Today's July 25th. In April of this year, I went to get my annual physical with the VA. I'm a veteran. And when I went there, they discovered I had some problems. They thought it was the prostate. So they sent me to a specialist. He discovered a spot on my bladder. And I talked to my gynecologist, and she recommended to have a PEP test. I mentioned to her, I've heard about Angel Farm, and I asked her, what do you think about it? She said, you know, if it was me and I had what you have, if I had that offered, I would try to get it. So I used my savings, but that's okay because it's worth it. And I came here. It was emotional to hear that I had cancer and that I was dealing with that. And then I came here and I started being treated.
So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take you into this beautiful room.
When I was in the Army, I was in armor, and a hatch on a tank that I was part of as a crew closed on my hand, on my 3 fingers. And I went to the medics and they fixed it up. It was bloody, and I was off for a week, a couple of weeks really, and it was swollen. And it went down and it cured and all the cuts were healed. That's 40 years ago. But over the years, these 3 fingers have let me know about that accident many years ago. Arthritis, inflammation, or whatever. Another thing is I started taking a lot of turmeric before I came here. And turmeric is great for being anti-inflammatory. But since I've been here, since the cleanses, okay, in the morning I would start doing it like this, and it would take me a while to bring my fingers in. Now, when I'm doing it, I have no pain. So whatever the cleanse did, it came into this part of my body, and it cured it. Because I can bend my hand, I can bend my fingers, and in the morning when I get up, I can bend them like this. This morning I got up and I was doing, whoa. And my neck. I said, whoa. Awesome. And I was an hour and a half before it dawned on me. Because I had lived with it so long. And then I turned my neck, like anytime I would turn my neck, really, it would crack, 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 crack all the way around, like a necklace. When I first got here, Cindy looked at my arms. I thought this was because of my labor in the sun and on the farm. But the splotches is due to my body. That was when I first got here, not absorbing protein.
Right.
And with the cleanse, it's changed. It was a lot darker. This is blood. I don't know, but it's basically because of the intestines is blocking the protein, the way to absorb protein to the body. And this is a condition. And it has gone down. I've only been here since, I only started the 22nd. And it has gone down quite a bit. Also, my urination is much better and much clearer. And like most of us, we forget to drink water. And if anything I've learned here is to realize that drinking water and drinking good fluids are so important. After you finish your cleanse, Angel Farm provides a wonderful, nutritious meal. It's a soup that's pureed and quinoa or white rice, and it's wonderful.
When I was studying herbalism, and I find that nature has specific codes by signature in the herbs so that we know what looks like a liver and what looks like a pancreas and what looks like a spleen or a heart that's in the herbs, so we know what herbs feed those organs. And then I'm looking at food and I'm like, oh my goodness, food is easier to read than herbs are. And so immediately I incorporate that the doctrine of food signatures, which I have a beautiful chart about that, is each organ has specific codes in nature, signatures, and so every day we put them in the soups of the day. And so we feed people these beautiful, organic, locally grown vegetable soups every day according to my doctor of food signatures.
And my stomach feels so much better, and psychologically, I'm hoping I'll be over cancer. But no matter what, the treatment here has been wonderful. The treatment and the attendance of the people, the cleanliness. I'm a former medic from the Army, and I know about sterile field, and these people practice. It's immaculate, wherever you're at here.
Cleanliness is next to godliness, and there is power in that. If it isn't super clean, nobody should be here. And our team is meticulous about everything is super clean, super beautiful and fresh, like nobody's been in there but you. You're the only one. You're the one we've been waiting for, and our team expects that to happen. And we live by do unto others as you would have done unto yourself. And that means if it wasn't super clean for us, would we do it? And so therefore we do it for ourselves too. We keep it as clean as we would want it for ourselves and our children as well. And so we have to keep it meticulously clean.
I developed this, bad posture and a lot of cricks in my neck.
Very intense neck pain for many, many years. So many years you can't actually remember.
I went to a chiropractor maybe about 8 years ago. It took me an hour after I left his office, and it was like nothing was done. I always have all these clicks, click, 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 all those, it sounds like I got a chain around my neck.
And by the fourth day, his neck pain was gone.
And I got up this morning and I'm doing my thing. I'm doing my hand thing and my neck. And it's an hour and a half before I realized what is different. I have lived with it so long. It had become part of me. But all of a sudden I was moving my neck and it wasn't clicking.
When the brain has been working so long to help people adjust to pain, and then all of a sudden it's gone, then the brain doesn't really know what to do, and I call it a miracle face. And Joe had one of those for quite a few days. And
why is something?
And this is not with painkillers or drugs or medication. It's with the body being able to understand that now it has hope to be relieved from the cancer or the pain that it's experiencing.
And it really feels wonderful.
And on the very first day of the program, when I'm talking to him not only about letting go of judgments and criticisms in his life, and he did let them go that day. He's so ready to realize what was the cause of the problem so he could let it go. It was profound. And so he stopped having pain on the very first day.
Here at Angel Farms, I'm really thinking about things that I never thought of, that I would never think would affect my health. I mean, Cindy has brought these subjects up, and I'm dealing with them. I'm 75. I've been through, not cleanses, but I've been through a little bit of therapy, but I never had anybody approach me about these questions. What do you harbor? What's your best and what's your worst? What I'm learning here at Angel Farm, I don't have to dwell on the thoughts that are injurious to me and are negative. I'm letting them go quickly.
He had very high blood pressure, and by the third day, his blood pressure was regulating. He's testing it every day, and of course, if his blood pressure is regulated, he should not be on blood pressure medicines. And so as he came off them and continued to check his blood pressure every day, it kept continuing to go lower and lower until I believe that on the last day, he left with it being 110/63. So that's really great, and much less than it was. His hair darkened. He was thinning on the top of his head, so I expect in about 30 days it should be pretty filled in. And I know that sounds very strange that your hair could fill in when it's balding, but we've seen it happen many times, not always, but many times. And really what it has shown me is that the hair is not dead, it just needs nutrition. And when we clear the core of our body temple, and nutrition is able to absorb through the bowel wall through its final bacterial breakdown through the large intestine and gets in, the body regenerates and it's masterful. So he also lost his wrinkles. He looks 30 years younger. He was walking every day at least 2 miles. Absolutely no pain, bright, shiny, powerful being, and I know that his heart will touch many, many more lives as he moves forward. And not only that, now in about 2 weeks he should be following up with his doctor's appointment to see where his, now we call it the C count, will be, because we're not going to name it anymore because we see him not having it, and the test will confirm what we are able to witness.
I just admire these people here, everybody.
And we're so excited for him and his new journey in his new life of love and joy.
I don't remember when last I wrote without wearing my glasses, and my eyesight has improved. I don't know how this is going to look if she can read it, but at least I can read it. And just one of the many factors that has improved in my life
Very informative.
since I've been here.